What's up, people? It's your boy DJ Fanatic at soundsforproducers.com. Welcome to this beat breakdown where I break down pretty much all the elements and just go over what I did. We want some chill vibes today. It's a nice day outside and it's actually really hot today. I think the hottest so far this summer. But yeah, I'm gonna break down this beat, go over all the elements, and it's not much to this beat, but it came out pretty cool. Just kind of some embellishing on the initial loop that I used, and just came out dope, man, and people feeling it. So I'll let you be the judge. If you don't like it, it's all good. Just I'm here to actually just kind of inspire you and give you just some different type of ideas and stuff to make music, and hopefully give you some gems along the way. So if you haven't subscribed, click that sub button, click the bell as well so you're alerted to new videos, and also give it a like and drop a comment if you want to drop a comment on anything I show you or anything I say or any music stuff, man. I'm always open to having a respectful dialogue, if you will. So anyway, let's jump into this. So with this beat, it's basically an R&B beat. I was looking at it earlier to see different elements, but anyway, let me choose my snap to grid to bar so it's easier to select areas, and we'll just start here, and I'll let you hear the beat in its song format, just so you get an idea how I structured it song wise. So the first thing I started with was this interesting loop that I thought was kind of cool. It was very busy and it had a lot going on, so I started with this. Okay, I'm not going to play the whole thing so I don't get like copyright claim, whatever. But I started with that. It was a pretty cool, busy loop. A lot was in that loop. So what I did, I just pitched it up, and it's 110 BPM. So what you can do, I pitched it up 200 cents, which is two semitones, basically two notes on the keyboard. Just to kind of, I didn't like the original key that it was in, and I just kind of wanted to add my own sauce to it. And for that, I used some other plugins, so I'll show you what I did with that. But also notice it's 110 BPM loop, and basically to stretch it, you click that little stretch button right there, and the end of it, you can stretch you see what I'm saying, based on your snap to grid option. You can also do none. I usually use that when I want to take a loop totally out of its tempo, and then you can actually go here in Fruity Wrapper and change it to stretch mode so it keeps the same pitch, and then you can pitch it up like that. You can play around with stuff like that because sometimes you get artifacts when you just change it like crazy. There's ways around, technically there's ways around audio artifacts, but also Serato Sample's really good at mutilating and changing audio different pitches without having like these digital artifacts and stuff. I said artifacts like a billion times. So anyway, so you have that sound, and this is it with the plugin. So let me play it again. And this is without. So it's pretty cool. It's a lot louder. It just has a different feel to it than this. So I wanted to kind of just layer differently, you know what I mean? So basically, usually I start when I have a like a loop or something that I done, or another loop I use from another producer or whatever. I like to either pitch it or stretch it at different tempos. I start there, and then plugin wise, I start with Fruity Parametric EQ2. You don't have to do it like this. This is just my workflow. And then I'll, cut the lows usually, and then play around with what frequencies I want out or in. Notice here, I wanted some of the low mids out, so I just did some carving there. And then I just dropped this plugin, Drip. Kyle Beats, shout out to you, man. I just try different things with this plugin. You can get creative with it. You can change parameters. I still don't know how to make it. I think I've done it a long time ago, but I haven't tried it where I can make it smaller so I can see everything. But I think that's all of it on there. Something in the latency reload plugin. I think you open it with 64-bit. Yeah. But anyway, I'm not going to get lost in that. So I used the preset clay, and then I just kind of adjusted some parameters in there, and then I use halftime on top of it. So this is actually it without halftime, and that's just with drip by itself. But we're at Fruity Parametric EQ2. Add drip, add halftime, and my halftime settings, I'm using the 1 bar length, and I got the mix level at 53%, and I'm using the smooth sustain at 4.4 milliseconds. So you can play around with these parameters and just come up with what you like. You don't have to like copy everything that I'm saying. You don't have to do it exactly. You don't even need these plugins. You can do pretty much the same things with different plugins. What's the other one? Gross beat. You can use that, and use the halftime option, and then play around with the, what I'm saying. So, and drip, actually drip is like a multi-layered plug. It's sick. I like it because I can do things quickly with it. But it's a multi-layered effects engine, so it has, reverb obviously, and then it has filtering. So it's multi-layered and it does things quicker. It's out of convenience. But once you learn your stuff, man, you can run with the common things and make stuff where people are like, yo, how many half times did you put on there? I didn't put any. I was able to flip it with my own thing that I did with the audio. So what I'm saying is, like, all this is relative, and sometimes it's just out of convenience. Not to downplay any plugins, because it would be hard to do exactly what drip does with different things and halftime, but and have all these different parameters. But anyway, I'm going on a tangent. The next sound that I added was just kind of like some plucks, I believe. Yeah, just to kind of add to it. And if you don't know by now, man, I am on the BeatStars platform, and if you like to see the music that I do like this is actually, I think, still on BeatStars if I didn't sell it exclusively or put it in a deal or anything. But yeah, I'm gonna shout out a couple producers that just showed love today. Dominique Cole Crazy, Chroma's Collective, Dan Hillboy, and X Audio. Thank you for the love and following my BeatStars, man, my BeatStars profile. Appreciate it. And yeah, thanks for the like on the music. Thank y'all. So let's yeah, next sound is some cool plucks. And it's just to kind of complement that really busy loop that I use. And here, let's play it by itself. And I think I had some trouble with that earlier because it's an omnisphere sound, and it actually is a I think it's an arpeggiator, and I used it as a pluck. So this is a prime example where you don't have to use sounds how they're intended. Like, sometimes you get locked up in this creative state, and we try to do what the sound is telling us to do, but you can take all these sounds, especially you pay for them, and cater them to whatever your creativity wants to go. See, this is it says Purdy Chaos, and let me make sure I actually, yeah, because I like that one. So this is the sound by itself. Yo, I like that. I'm gonna give it a 4 actually. So anyway, and that's in the, what category is that in? Won't let me. Yeah. Yeah. So you get the idea. So that little arpeggiator, I made it into a pluck, made it sound like a pluck when I added it. So that's just being creative. So the next sound. Notice it's like just some light strings going on. I categorize it as a lead, but the plucks, all I did was cut the lows on that, mixing wise, and lead. Cut the lows, some lows, and a little bit of treble there, and use Fruity Reverb 2 to kind of add some reverb. Here's my reverb settings. You can pause and look at it if you want, but they're pretty much the same. But yeah, that second sound, nothing too extravagant, but it was like, if you visually look at this, right? You got this super busy first loop. You got kind of light, simple plucks, but a lot of movement because it's arpeggiator. Then you got these like elongated strings. So I kind of wanted to contrast these two, because you're visually looking at it, you want, there's a lot of shortness going on. Like, listen to it. And that's the melody I came up with, the strings to kind of contrast. So it's like a long string melody. What's good, 300 South? Thanks for the love on the music. And all these producers I'm naming right now are actually on the BeatStars platform. So shout out to y'all, man, for showing some love on the music. And actually all the sound packs are on BeatStars as well. So if you just search DJ Fanatic Beats and you'll see my sound packs there for y'all. And I cut the prices too. So this actually was a pad. And it's called a Sub 37. Let me actually, yep, cool. Because I got to get in the habit of rating these. And I had Omnisphere for a minute and I just never rated them. So now those are the three sound elements, and then we get into the drums and the type of rhythm that I chose. If you notice, being at that first loop was so busy, I didn't really have to add too much. It was just kind of lightheartedness, accents and just some sprinkles, you know what I mean? So here's the next sound. I think it's a kick. Okay, so I decided to do a percussion element. So it's kind of like a snare, but check it out. I'm shocked I put all that on one pattern. Let's actually select the pattern. Yeah, see, look, I got two snares and some percussion elements on all in one pattern. I rarely do that. I usually just put percussion on one pattern. Let's just solo that. See, by itself, it sounds kind of whack, but I have a lot of different little sounds going on. So I wanted like this tropical vibe, like an island vibe. We just, we sipping on our, I don't know, my grandmother, my mother-in-law likes Bahama Mama. So he's sipping on a Bahama Mama, Long Island. Man, I used to drink a lot of Long Island. But whatever you drink, wine, whatever, when you go on vacation, you're on an island, nice place. I wanted to use like some of those elements, to kind of bring it into this beat. So you kind of have to visualize sometimes too when you're making music. Just don't get stuck into the software and into the sound. Like, paint this picture, this vibe, you know what I mean? So, and hopefully this is helping you. So the next sound that I had, I think is the kick. Yep. Notice that rhythm is just really different. It's not a typical rhythm, it makes you move, right? And the kick is in different spaces than a typical, place where you put a kick. Sometimes you're on the one. I'm kind of like putting it on the end of a beat sometimes, I think. Let me listen to it again. Yep. Yep. So you got those two rhythms going on. I got two kicks, two different kicks. So I got a lot going on in this beat. Percussion wise, so most of it's just EQ'd. That last snare at the end of the bar is like a long reverb tail. Just EQ for the percussion. The kick, just didn't even use EQ for the kick because I like how full it was. And this one I did. So actually, I'm curious. Okay, and I use sausage fattener to kind of, here it is without sausage fattener. And notice the presence. That's with. And let's listen to this other kick. Wherever that is. Guess it's not in there. Maybe it's another part of the beat, or I ended up not using it. So you get the idea. So, you know, music wise, it's pretty busy, and percussion wise, it's pretty busy. So it sounds really, you know, full. You know what I mean? So I don't know why I'm doing it like that, but anyway. So you get the idea. So, all right. So the next thing I added, I think it's hi-hats. Cut, 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 cut. So it's like another percussion element, just something in the background. Let's see what this is. Hi-hats. So the hi-hats, it has like this stop and go vibe, you know, stop, you know what I mean? And just to kind of give it like a different vibe, different feeling. I think this is like a steady hi-hat. See? But it's a different pitch. And don't forget to like pitch your percussion elements too, you know. I'm so used to saving beats, so I almost saved over my actual beat that I, you know, downloaded, exported the stems and all that. So I got to be careful with that Control S. But so yeah, you got to be mindful of how many sounds you add. You got to find that balance, you know. But anyway, I like how this is flowing. There's a lot percussion wise. I was going ham with adding different things. So this beat is pretty full. And now that I add the 808, here you go. There's a little error right there, but you can't really hear it. So now you see the movement. That's why I zoomed in of that 808. There's 808 slides going on, and it just a different type of, not too busy, but you know, it complements the other sounds. Like it just kind of makes you want to move a little bit. You know what I mean? So it's a nice compromise with the rest of the other sounds. And there's a type of movement going on, if you notice. Pretty much octaves, but, you know, there's like a underlining melody. And this sound, I think it was the, I'm getting lost here. I think it's the hi-hat. No, it's a type of hi-hat. Okay, so that's the other kick. Found it. I found it. So obviously that kick sounds very interesting by itself, but what I chose to do is add that kick on certain beats because I like the crunchiness of it, the distortion, the air, and it's very subtle in the beat. Like you can barely hear it, but sometimes you can add stuff like that to your music to kind of like give it more like a subliminal feeling. There's a producer, man, I forgot his name because he was on the Red Bull thing with T-Pain. I meant to look him up too, man. I can't believe I forgot his name, man. He's a real cool guy too. If you know who I'm talking about, he puts like nature sounds under his beats. Like every beat, you'll have birds, ocean, sky, ocean, Billy Ocean. I don't know. But he'll put any type of nature, wind, whatever, trees blowing in the background of his beats. And he'll just put it under the beat just to kind of give it this ambiance. So if you know who I'm talking about, he's a pretty well off producer. Let me know. Put it in the comments, man, because I forgot the brother's name. And shout out to you, man, because that was a dope video, and I can't wait to work with T-Pain. That's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be hilarious because I have a feeling drinks will be involved. T-Pain is funny to me, man. Real smart dude too, but he's funny and super talented. So looking forward to that. But anyway, and T-Pain, you randomly watch this, or your people's watch this. Let's do it, man. Let's do it. So, and the last thing was it's like a good long guitar vibe. I think I added reverb on that. Was that pattern 13? So it's like a long guitar sound that I used as a hit. So yeah, look at the reverb and long delay. So basically I wanted to kind of give it this delayed effect, if you will. And this is all the sounds together. Listen to that guitar again. See? Ooh, nice. So, and I broke down every sound and gave you kind of like what I do plugin wise. The only thing that was really busy was the main melody where I tried different things. I do like what I did with the kick there on that beat. There's something else that stood out to me with this. Oh, how I use the arpeggiator as a pluck. You can do cool stuff like that. I need to use that sound again. This is like so many sounds in Omnisphere. I don't even know if I'll remember that I had that because I came up with that cool chord. So mastering wise, mixing wise, obviously nothing's panned. Some of the sounds have panning already in them. I did use stereo separation on this lead synth pad, just kind of make it wider, and I would cut some more lows because I want it like lighter. Stereo separation on that guitar thing, and I got lucky. Sometimes I just look for stuff and all of it just fits the beat. Don't work against your creative process. Sometimes things just work and it just feels good. So mastering, mixing, leveling, panning, stereo separation. And mastering, it's totally up to you. I use Isotope products. These are the older versions. I got the newer ones, but in this project it's older. I use tonal balance control. I show you these in other videos. I don't like showing the mastering part too much because everyone has a different process. So I use pretty much those tools to kind of mess around with the parameters in each one. Tonal balance control is dope too, so you can get pretty much based on the algorithm of that particular target. And you can add your own targets and load up stuff, and you can do a lot of stuff inside there. So anyway, yeah, that's the whole beat. I turned off ozone 8 because it takes up a lot of processing, but it would sound even better with it. But I'm gonna play the beginning of the beat, and hopefully, you know, this gave you some type of guidance, some type of inspiration, where you just vibed out, enjoyed some of the commentary that I put on the beat. And thank you for those that are listening to it, that are streaming it, that are buying the music. And thank you to the producer community, man, for supporting the sound packs for a couple years now. I think it's the second year. Time flies, man. So anyway, check it out. Vibes. Kind of a long intro. Because I wanted to get you ready in the vibe for this one. But it's R&B pretty much. That's a chorus, and here's a verse right here. Break it down. And the kick is kind of aggressive for this type of beat. And there's a little change up towards the end of that phrase. And here's the second half of the verse. Brought in the 808. And bring in some plucks here, second half of the second half. And the beat builds just a little bit, and it breaks down right here, big gap. Back into the chorus, let's go. Vibes, man, vibes. That came out pretty good. I like it. Hopefully you like it. So again, got another, man, this weekend is crazy. Shout out to Yan Bay 1. Thank you for following me on BeatStars. Appreciate it. So yeah, man, if y'all like the video, please click that sub button. I need some support. I need your support. Click that sub button. It goes a long way. I appreciate your help, and to help build this channel so I can do some different things. I want to do more videos for the community, and you know, it's appreciative. So hit the sub button, click the bell as well so you're alerted to new videos as I post, and also give it a like, and drop a comment, say what's up. All right, cool. Keep making dope music. Hopefully this inspired you. Hopefully it taught you some things. I know it's not super in depth. I'd like to keep these short and just kind of speak of my mind and how I make my music, and how, I just jump in, man, and just kind of cook something up. Cool. Keep creating. Blessing to you and yours. Stay safe, stay healthy, and much love. Peace.